WF representing Palace, so let us tell you about Palace.
This is Eagle Eye Football. We are here with JC after the Crystal Palace vs Spurs game where we won 1-0. JC, what were your overall thoughts on the game?
I don't know. I really don't. I wasn't expecting this whatsoever. I was expecting to come here and think, oh, you know, maybe we'll lose 2-0, we'll lose 3-0, blah blah blah. But I'm just so happy. I don't quite understand what Glasner's been doing in the last week, but I hope he does it next week and the week after and the week after and the week after, because literally the tiniest of changes really come for what we've been playing the rest of the season, because we've been useless really. Putting Adam Wharton back in, big plus. Dropping in Ketia is a big statement. Dropping our £30 million signing in the summer is a huge statement. But I think it was the right call, because Mateta was brilliant today, and Ismail Issa being able to hold the width, having the pace to actually run at someone to take on their man. We haven't been seeing that all season, and to me it was a brilliant performance from everyone on that pitch today, and I'm very impressed with Crystal Palace right now.
Yeah, no, same, completely agree. Well, so were there any particular facets of our game that did see an improvement and you did think make the difference?
I think we definitely, granted the formation was exactly the same, but I think the specific setup of that formation was ever so slightly different. So with the two 10s, with Sarr and Eze, normally what you'd see is them all very close to Mateta. That's how we played at the end of last season when we had Elise, Eze and Mateta. All of them were very close together. That's what we've been trying to replicate this season, but we don't quite have the players to replicate that right now. So what we actually started doing was, instead of those 10s being with Mateta, those two 10s dropped and were much more narrow, so they were much closer to Lerma and Wharton, which effectively made our two-man midfield go into a four-man midfield, purely for a slight little, instead of them being here, they're here. So just by ever so slight little change of how we set up, it allows us to be a lot more stronger in midfield, because that was our biggest issue. I think that people just played straight through us because we only had two-man in midfield, innit? If you literally just an easy 1-2, you can play through our whole midfield in two passes. But if you've got four in there now, you've got the opportunity to actually go man for man in the midfield, and also if the ball's out to the right side, one slots into the middle 10 and the other one goes out wide, which is where Sarr was running that wing. On the other side, Eze went out wide and Sarr was running the channel straight through the middle. So effectively this slight little change in tactics, change in formation, actually gave the centre-backs more options to pass inside, so Lacroix had a lot more options to pass through the lines, and also it allowed a lot more options for the midfielders to link up the play, and it really and truly actually allowed Munoz to get a lot further up the pitch, because there was someone that was also there, like Sarr, that could track back and fill in that position if he was caught out of position. So it was a slightly changed, but it was great in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Finally, who was your man of the match?
I am going to be boring and I'm going to say the same thing that everyone else has said. Maxence Lacroix was unbelievable today. Defending everything. He just seemed to be everywhere. Like, I don't know how, but he just seemed to be everywhere. The pace, his passing. It's too early for Europe. Too early for that. But he was outstanding everywhere. And even, as chairman said, after the game, running over to the Homesdale, I am here. Yeah. I like to be here. Let's push on. And, you know, I don't know if this is a bit of a dig to Mark, but that's how a captain plays.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think Lacroix was very, I think in Germany he was very vocal on the pitch, and yeah, that does seem to translate. But anyways, JC, thank you very much, and up the Palace.